and they were telling us that you were, I guess, committing fraud or whatever. So at this point, you will be hearing from our attorneys, okay?
I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. Hello?
I know you don't know who
I get a lot of calls for harassment. I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. You just said you're Katrina, and you said they're going to get a call. I get harassed, ma'am, randomly. So I don't understand if you want me to know that you're going to get a call from your attorney. Why are you hiding who you are?
You know who I am, sweetie. I just told you who I was. My name is Katrina.
But with who?
With the interlace apartment.
Oh, I didn't record. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
recorders, so we didn't do anything but try to help you. Therefore, you do that to us. We find that very ironic. Like, I don't even know what was the purpose of that. You were already told that we are new managers. We didn't know what was going on, and we didn't do anything but try to help you. That's why I wanted you to send the email.
Did you get the email? Did you get the email?
Yes, that's how I was able to make contact with you. So that's what I was saying. Moving forward, we will pursue charges for that video, and you'll be hearing from our attorneys. Okay?
So does that mean that I'm stuck with the $7,000 and for the abuse and the security that harassed me? I have to endure that, all of that, because all people retract on services for years.
Corporate and our attorneys will contact you. Okay.
Okay, I get this all the time, ma'am. I'm just trying to show a conspiracy because if I wrote them and told them I was in jail on false charges and your security guard, ma'am, I heard you out, ma'am. My abuser enlists people for harassment and psychological abuse.
You'll be speaking with our
I don't know why you're not concerned about your security guard that interrupted me telling my police about a murder, ma'am.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that. I can't speak of that. I wasn't the manager then, nor my assistant, so I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, what, ma'am? Can I speak for a minute, ma'am? Can I speak for a minute, ma'am? Ma'am, can I speak for a minute? Am I able to speak? Am I able to speak?
Well, at this time, like I said, you'll be hearing from
I know, but ma'am, I would like to speak with you since you took the time out. Since you took the time out to give you your email, all people retract on help. My abuser enlists people for harassment and psychological abuse. He should, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. If you could let me speak for a second. So the $7,000 that was my abuser. I was not able to communicate, ma'am. This is a pattern that my abuser enlists people to commit. Okay, so what happened was my abuser paid a lot of money for me to get evicted and not have that apartment. So what he don't want me to get help with it. So he enlists people that retract on services and scheme so I don't get help to keep me in the problems that he purposely paid to create. So I apologize for recording you, but I thought it was extreme for your staff to lie about rental assistance, blatant lies. And for security to try to intimidate me, talking to staff about the rental assistance. And threaten that laundering and to put me out the apartment complex for trying to report a murder and other crimes to the police. And then had me come multiple different times trying to get the rental assistance and duck and dodge me and wouldn't let me in, the same security guard.
Well, yeah.
But ma'am, if your security guard was interrupting me trying to report a murder and my family's abuse, then, that's a lawsuit on you guys' behalf. Because he shouldn't have been interrupting the conversation with police. I have it recorded, ma'am, and you can see it. But all I know is for years, people keep on calling me back, covering for crimes and retracting on services. When he pays for it, he gets his money's worth. So I was forced to create the YouTube channel to show the army full of conspirators and how someone is sabotaging every move I make. He paid for the eviction, therefore he don't want anyone to help me with the eviction. They help here with evictions, but they won't help me. All over the place, ma'am. I was about to do a video diary. All over the place, people retract, lie, keep me in abuse, and sabotage assistance everywhere I turn. So, ma'am, I apologize for recording you, but I just have to show this conspiracy. Conspiracy to violate rights is criminal. And I don't know why they did not follow proper protocol if they knew that I was in jail on false charges through my abuse, and racked up the eviction so high to 7,000. It
Yeah,
sounds
but
like
like
that.
I was telling you the first time, we wasn't here. That's why I wanted you to send the email, but instead you made YouTube videos and had people from all over America contacting us, letting us know that you're a
Yeah, they have been using that like years, ma'am. They use that with
I didn't
Nan.
say
They
that
used it with my
everything was
employer.
done.
But this is how the services have already been denied anyway. It's prearranged. So they lie and say people are contacting them, and that's why they're denying these services. The police used to come interrupt. So now they're blaming it on these controlled YouTubers that police won't take reports for and cover for. Police used to do it on their own. People used to say, the police told me to do it. But now, since I'm keeping a video diary, they blame these YouTubers that are covering for crimes. I apologize, ma'am, but I thought that security guard trying to cover for that murder in my family that spooked my family was extreme. And then for him to bully and mistreat me for trying to get rental assistance. That's why I had to protect myself, ma'am. I'm sorry it upset you, but someone is keeping me from an army full of services.
It didn't upset me at all. It just hurt me dearly to my heart that we are here to help. I can't speak what happened in the past. I was just here, my assistant was here just to help you, and then we just got, thrown in this from whatever previously happened. We were just trying to help. So I'm sorry we have escalated this. Charges have been pursued. And like I said, you'll be definitely hearing from our attorneys.
Yeah, I used to get these calls all the time and threats, ma'am, to enforce crimes. I think someone's behind it. I think that someone enlisted you for cover up. He paid for the eviction and he don't want me getting help with it. And then they have to scheme a reason to keep me from getting assistance like they've been doing years. I think that someone is controlling my experience. That's criminal. And if I could get an attorney, you would be hearing from mine. But they're controlling that too, ma'am. So you have a good day. He paid for the eviction and he don't want me to get help with it here or with you at all. But he has no right to terrorize me, violate me, keep me from services left and right, and get away with it year after year, ma'am.
Correct, and I can't speak for the aspect of things. I just want you to enjoy your day, have a marvelous rest of your weekday, and I hope that you get the justice that you deserve.
Yes, because your security guard had no right interrupting me reporting that murder that spooked my family, playing games when I tried to get rental assistance, tried to intimidate me. Ma'am, you're not hearing what the security did, why I felt that I needed the need to record you, ma'am. You're talking, ma'am, like this pattern. I wasn't going to get the help, ma'am. He already paid for it. He gets his money's worth. That's why I record. Then there's schemes to keep me in the abuse, ma'am. No one has racked up the charges.
All of that to our corporate office, and you're just stressing your concerns to the wrong person at this time. I wasn't here doing that.
Well, yes, he already paid for it, ma'am. I wasn't going to get it like they're not giving it here. Ma'am, did you hear me? I'm just trying to let you know that I was never going to get it. He paid for the eviction. He gets his money's worth. That's why they're not helping with the eviction here, ma'am. You're talking, ma'am. That's rude. I would like us to come to a common ground, ma'am. This is a pattern. So my abuser sets this up with his conspirators. I wasn't going to get the ma'am help, ma'am. That's why I recorded it. You can, for now, you're interrupting me, ma'am. You can speak for now, and you're interrupting me.
I did receive your email, and your email has been forwarded over to our corporate office, and our corporate team and our attorneys will be contacting you.
Okay, ma'am. No problem. And then, like I said, if I can get an attorney, you would hear from mine, too. The security guard that had no right to threaten me for loitering, trying to report a murder, and my abuse. You won't know, ma'am, because you keep talking while I try to tell you that my abuser paid for the eviction and he's going to make sure that he gets his money's worth. But you're being rude, ma'am, like my abuser's conspirators, ma'am, the pattern. No, ma'am, I would like to have a rational conversation with you, ma'am, because if I told you your security interrupted me reporting the murder, that's extreme. And my abuse. So that's why I felt, ma'am, you're talking again, ma'am, and that's really rude if somebody was reporting a murder, ma'am. This is out of control. I don't even know if this is really the interlaced apartments and why you had to say that, ma'am. But I don't understand when people know these extreme events, why are they so psychologically abusive, ma'am? And this is how the CPS worker used to be condescending and abusive, calling me 2 or 3 times a day. How would it feel if someone can enlist people, CPS, to be psycho like this? Listen to this.
Taking me beyond. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how to think right now, ma'am. I just want you to understand that you will be hearing from our corporate office and our attorneys. I don't know what else to say. I'm not security. I don't own a security company. I wasn't here. I don't know. I'm just upset right now because you are making YouTube videos recording. I'm not upset.
Okay, let me make sure I understand this perfectly. I want to make sure I have clarity, ma'am, and I do apologize. So you are furious. You don't care that your security guard interrupted me reporting the murder. You don't care that this... I cannot communicate, ma'am. You don't know because you keep interrupting me, ma'am. I heard you. Okay, if you would listen and not interrupt me, you would know. Well, here's the bottom line, ma'am. He paid for the eviction, and I was never going to get the assistance. They were going to scam to get out of it.
I'm so heartbroken right now. It's like every time I try to do something right and help these residents and the old residents, I get the backlash for helping. I'm just trying to help them. That's why I told you to send the email and send all the supporting documents that you can. But you didn't do it until now. But then I'm getting a lot of calls from people all over America, from New York to
Ma'am, those are con artists, ma'am, that have been hired to sabotage my life, ma'am. Those people are con artists. No, that's the police department and the government. Ma'am, that's why you don't know, ma'am. Those are con artists, and they used to scam and keep me from services. And now they're using the YouTube channel as leverage. Those are scammers, ma'am. Those aren't real people. Those are people that are listed for the smear campaign. And they use those people. I don't even know. I don't even really believe that people are really calling.
Ma'am, so I hope you enjoy your day. And like I said, you'll be hearing from our corporate office and our attorneys, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right, and thanks for choosing the analyst. Bye-bye for now.
Bye. So I was never going to get the assistance. He paid for the eviction, and that's why they're not helping me here. Blatantly lies all over. These are felonies. So what used to happen, and I was trying to give enough evidence, is he would have these random... I would be on a psychological roller coaster. He would deliberately have his minions or someone calling to terrorize me routinely. They call and threaten me. They do it in person. So it was a lot of torture and psychological abuse. I think it's deliberate. So when, my days are better, I think I'm being illegally monitored, and they play these mind games that they have gotten away with years. Okay, so this is how it is. They can't help me. He wanted the $7,000. He kept me in jail with time served, so I'd lose everything. And he's not going to let them follow protocol and give me a pass on the $7,000 that he paid for me to have.